Hi, I'm Don Calhoun.
And I'm Duane Coos, and we're co-authors of the book, How to Dance with the Elephant. Thank you for joining us today. I think we got a super topic here, one that everyone will enjoy, and that is...
Who will leave a legacy? How and do you have the power within yourself to leave a legacy, and who will actually do it? And I think that the illustrating point of this is saying, does anybody have it within their power to leave a legacy? They would say, yeah. But what happens if you're a not so good of person?
Yeah, in fact, I got a good story, or at least one that's very personal for me. I, in growing up, had a favorite aunt that I loved dearly, who was married to a drunk. No ands, ifs, or buts. A drunk over and over and over again. And the man made my aunt's life hell. And I saw that often enough that I hated the man.
Your uncle.
I hated my uncle and literally wrote him off. And he would go back for treatment over and over and over again. And like I said, I wrote him off.
So his behavior in life caused a lot of pain, obviously, with your aunt, and then obviously throughout your whole family, right? Just tons of anguish and tons of...
All across the board.
And repetitive behavior of, we want to change this guy, but he never's changing.
Right. So what kind of legacy would this man leave, right?
Right.
Well, later in years, I'm driving down the highway, and for some reason, I remembered that he was in treatment again. And a voice grabbed me saying, you need to go see him. And in fact, not only should you go see him, you should tell him, this time, it's going to work. You're actually going to get rid of your alcoholism. Now, folks, you may think that sounds a little but I can share with you it's the gospel's truth. I turned off the road, headed to the vet's hospital, literally had to look him up. I had no idea where he was. I wrote this guy off. I hate him. The SOB. I went, I pulled him out of his session. We went outside. I'll never forget. He sat on the picnic table. I looked him in the eyes and I said, Uncle Ronnie, you're going to do it this time. A voice came to me and told me, you're going to do it this time. You're going to kick your alcoholism. And guess what?
He did.
He did it. So he taught me the lesson of to never say never, to never give up in terms of even the worst of the worst, the ugliest of the ugliest. There's always the chance. So in the end, his legacy for me actually was a great, great life lesson that, you know, if you had just looked at the other piece of his life, you'd ask the question, well, what kind of legacy was that?
You know, it's strange when you tell that story. I turn around and I'm drawn to the fact that your legacy actually had an impact on him. The fact that you took action to drive and go to the VA to follow your gut and your instincts was a thing that actually impacted his legacy, because he actually did, at the 9th hour, the 9th minute of the 9th day, changed his behavior. But your behavior was literally what was the key element that. So you actually created a reverse legacy on him, which is a weird way of saying, and we ask our audience, is it we who determine the legacy? Is it our kids and our family and our future generation determining our legacy? Well, really, to be honest with, it's whoever comes in contact with it, any of us determines our legacy.
Who I am and the people I touch.
So isn't it literally that receptive power and choice in the moment of creating an action, a time-focused energy to make a difference? I mean, Literally, you took the formula of life, in this case of legacy, and you applied all elements: creative power, faith, absolute faith. You had no real logical reason why in the world you were doing it. You made a receptive choice to take action. You actually took the time to do it, and you sat face to face. And the magical legacy of that moment is it made you a better person.
Oh, definitely. No question about it.
And guess what? You made a better person out of him. And who knows those influences out from his family, how all of a sudden his change of behavior changed the other members of your family.
So from this, you know, there are two distinct messages. Number one, you will have a legacy, irrespective of what you think or do.
Right.
You will have a legacy. And number two, using the life's cosmic equation as a guide, you can actually potentially direct that legacy.
Yeah, so for you as audience members, isn't it empowering to think that no matter what you do, no matter how you screw up, no matter how great you are or how utterly wretched you are, that you are going to leave a legacy? The key is to take all those elements and literally ask yourself, if I work on my creative power more, and if I can understand my receptive choices more, and I take more ownership of that, and if I have a greater faith and capacity to do that, and if I focus that in an element of time, wow, the legacy that you can create. It's almost magical, and then it benefits.
So your exercise today, your challenge today is look back in time. If you were to pass today, if today was your day to die, what would your legacy be? And how might that affect what you'll do today and tomorrow for that legacy?
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed today's information and would like to receive 20 free videos,
20 free videos that cover the key questions that people usually ask about dancing with the elephant, you can go to dancewiththeelephant.com.